Use his controller, but it doesn't fucking work. Anyway.
Alright.
Shut up. Alright. This is a One Quest bullshit podcast. We're calling it That Game Show. I don't even know if I'm on frame right now. So we're doing one of these.
Stop sounding like the douchebag from Epic Mealtime.
That's what I like.
He is epic.
He is my favorite.
On the count of 3, we clap.
Alright, ready?
1, 2, 3.
Nice. So there we go. Welcome to One Quest's That Game Show. Shut up. We're not ready to talk to you yet. Anyway, we're keeping this shit. It's good. So this is That Game Show, the TGS as you will. Yes, it sounds like Tokyo Game Show, but fuck you guys. We don't care. We're going to talk about E3 and what we thought, what was awesome, what we hated. And John's here just to be, well, John, because he doesn't know what video games are.
He's
unless it's
soon to be that guy on that show.
I had a Nintendo.
This
is not Super Dodgeball, John.
I kind of doubt
Super Dodgeball was on Super Nintendo.
No, I had an Atari and then a Nintendo, and then I didn't own anything until I bought.
And you had one of those big things with little tubes and stuff and the vacuum cleaner inside?
He also had the first ET game, so...
Yeah, I did.
That landfill is John's house.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of
I
true.
got a lot of old shit. What can I say?
He's got at least 6 copies of each.
He is old, so it makes sense.
Anyway, we also got the Shawhead joining us from
Live via satellite.
Via
satellite.
From California. Shawhead, say hi.
What's up?
See? It's awesome. You can't see him, but he's here.
Who's not wearing shoes? It smells in here.
Jordan.
I'm not wearing shoes.
Oh, dude, put them on.
And put on pants too,
What?
Shahid.
Dude, if at any point in time we see Shawhead the only one of these, it's great. Good news.
Means he really liked it,
Means
guys.
he's really enjoying the One Quest podcast.
Oh man,
Our
those
rating
press
system is
physics
how
in
many
Tomb
times-
Raider are awesome.
Dude, she's like 16 in this.
Yeah, she is.
Wait, that's not.
Oh yeah,
That's not stopping John, no.
What?
allegedly.
What?
Nothing. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Oh.
So
She's 21. It's
Oh
alright.
yeah, she's 20.
Oh,
She's legal and it's good. So
She's still like 2 decades younger than John.
it's very true.
And I mean the game itself from 1996.
Oh, poor John. So anyway,
Isn't it past your bedtime?
Should we
bit.
probably
Let's just
introduce
keep going.
ourselves?
yeah, we can introduce ourselves. Like I said, we got the Shawhead here. He's pretty awesome. John Scott, right there.
Yes, I am.
See? John Scott doesn't know anything about video games.
And he's old.
We got
Hey, you need to
Truman.
know anything about
How's it
the old
going,
school
everybody?
Atari 2600. I'm your guy.
Well, we don't need to know
I think
anything
that's-
about
I know no one really needs that, but still, I mean,
Maybe for the retrospective.
okay.
it. Anyway, we got Druten over here. He hates everything.
That's pretty much.
Except for Matin
Except
and
for that
NHL
Madden
94.
And
He is
NHL
always
94.
first in line for that Matt and John.
Yeah.
You got
I call
Richard.
all the games out.
He loves
You buy
things,
all the Madden.
but he's not good at anything. So,
Don't know me as Walnut.
Yeah, we call him the baby walnut, or walnuts, or walnut, or what the fuck did you write this time? Oh boy, we got Christopher Cobb, or Chris, or whatever the fuck name he decides to figure out to go with. I like Cobb better. Go with that.
I don't care what you like.
I don't care. I'm gonna start deleting everything that says Chris. And
I'm going to delete your
Cobb.
access to the fucking
I
WordPress.
hate you about everything.
No, I'm going to change your name on the WordPress, no matter what you do, to say I'm a douche.
That's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
Because
At
he's a
least,
douche.
at least I will then have a role on the website.
And
He'll be keeping us clean and hygienic.
every link you post is going to be a rickroll.
It better be. That'd be sick. April Fool's is coming up.
Yeah,
You missed that.
We got
I
to
know.
play it now.
Really? Did you know what we were gonna do for April Fool's?
What?
That
We're gonna
picture
put- we're
that
gonna
I
put the-
posted,
Yeah.
change every picture on the site to that.
It would have been super. And I'm Eric.
I figured out how to do it. One button, I could have switched it to it.
Yeah,
Wow,
well,
really? That's awesome.
It would have been super. And I'm Eric. I'm super duper. I know everything, and I'm better than everybody else here. So here we go. Loves to masturbate. Loves to masturbate. So
I do.
That wasn't a question.
yeah, but he does.
Well, who doesn't?
Exactly.
Hey, he's probably got his pants off right now. You know
I'm
that.
perfectly capable of masturbating right now.
No, please
No,
don't.
no, go ahead.
Honestly,
no.
I think it would be awesome.
Shahid, that's our rating system. The more times you come, the more we like the game.
So bad. So bad.
4
It's a
splooges out of 5.
It's a really good thing we have not done a game review yet. Diablo's coming up soon. Anyway, Yeah, I was gonna do that at some point. Who knows? So
Why?
yeah, what?
Why?
Because I'm gonna keep it awesome.
Well,
And then I'm gonna post it on the
it
Diablo
is awesome,
forums
but
where
why?
everybody on Diablo forums is gonna go, "You're an idiot. You don't even play this game because it's stupid." Because they're fucking assholes.
This is true.
Anyway, fucking
Read
hipsters.
Cobb's article. You know all
Stay
about
on,
that.
stay on target.
No, I got
Did
your
you
Stay
target.
on target. Right, yeah, I read.
So-
I like got halfway through.
So everybody, E3 was pretty sweet. You know, it wasn't the best E3.
Eh.
You know, people were a
It's
little
E3.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Some people are crying. John didn't watch it.
I read on the website.
Okay.
He
John
read the
read
Wikipedia
website.
for
Yeah, the wiki.
Yeah, I read the,
read the wiki.
I read the wiki and the Know Your Meme about E3.
Okay.
It was
Good
completely irrelevant because it was 1995, but
enough. What are you gonna do? Shad, you didn't look at any E3, did
Sega
you?
Master System, yeah.
Nope.
No.
I'm giving it over right now.
Oh,
are you
yeah.
auto-tuning
He's a
yourself?
robot.
Is there a robot in the room, Shad?
He is a robot. That's why he's at NASA.
Right, so, anyway, Shad, there is the cool ass link on OneQuest.com that actually has a whole bunch of awesome trailers from E3. I highly recommend checking that out as we start talking about shit. Then you'll understand why we fucking think they're awesome. Yeah, so I think it's pretty cool.
Who's first?
First up's
So,
Microsoft.
yeah, we'll talk Microsoft because they were the first up. So, you know, what did we like? What
fucking
did we
notes
hate?
away.
Yeah,
I'm
no
just
notes.
gonna
Notes are
bring
for
out, like, the
babies.
timeline of
No,
Notes-
no,
notes are
we're
for
winging
kids.
this shit.
No
Can't you tell?
timelines. We already know where it goes.
We don't know what we're doing.
It's true. All we need is Jack Daniels. I got Jaeger and
Go
we
get
Jaeger.
go
No,
let's
no.
get the Jaeger.
Okay.
John will drink
We'll
a
see,
sage
guys, you
drink.
got Red Bull,
Drunk
though.
podcast for much later.
I can't
Yes.
wait to do the drunk podcast. Sausage Fest. Anyway,
We gotta just
that'd
record
be-
that whole thing.
that'd be sick. Live E3. But, you know, not E3. OneQuest live at Sausage Fest. Well, it is also your return party, so that's all good.
We'll be getting an entirely different group of
That's fine.
visitors.
Yeah.
Dude. Visitors are visitors.
It'll be John's
Nothing wrong
demographic
with
a little
you
bit more.
guys.
John knows what circuits to send it around.
Hey,
so.
he did explain what a circle jerk was earlier.
That's true.
And was excited for it.
I'm just saying, Richie, at least you should be happy that someone else was touching your junk. That's all I'm saying.
That's why John is here.
It's entirely true. So, with
Couldn't that be said about
Microsoft,
you too? I mean, there was that picture.
Hey, at least I've had other people do it.
I can see why you has no girlfriend.
Remember,
That's
John,
a conscious choice.
John, remember in the 30-year-old virgin, if you don't use it, you lose it.
is that true?
Again, you can't. You can't.
Is that
That's
true?
You
Yeah.
haven't used it yet either. So.
Yeah. So
So I had
He does have one up on you.
I do.
He has used it, so at least he has something to lose.
He knows.
Alright.
I mean, technically, you
All right,
can lose too.
This is a whole different discussion.
That's
Anyway,
fine.
so with Microsoft, you know, I didn't really think it was super. It was neat. They didn't have too many exclusives for me though. I was a little annoyed with that.
They got Halo.
We saw.
Was that just the Usher dancing, or which was?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
it was
That
Usher
was
dancing,
not
which was
necessary.
stupid.
No,
like
it wasn't.
who?
But
It was a distraction to we don't have anything else going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it was literally, well, oh yeah, so we got Halo and a bunch of third-party titles. So let's have Usher sing. No, that
Yeah.
wasn't.
What is this? 1999, and we're all going to the prom?
Hell yeah, dude! I'll
No,
do it.
I just made a
We went
shoes
to
on that
elementary school
reference.
still.
Let's shut up.
I will admit, I thought it was pretty dumb that Ubisoft just jumping off the quick. They also had a rapper on stage singing too.
Of
Which,
course.
seriously, why? But anyway,
But they
Yeah,
also
yeah.
had a random
They
flow.
had-
Oh, yeah, they had Flow Rider.
yeah, Flowrider, what?
They also had the random comedian, didn't they? Or-
Yeah,
Right.
I-
They had
Flow
Florida.
Rider.
They had- His name is
We'll get
Florida.
to Ubisoft
What?
later.
Florida. It's Florida with the space after the O.
Oh, I guess he's
It makes it all
Florida.
gangsta.
He's
Well,
actually
that-
from Kentucky.
Is he?
That's why it makes no sense at all.
I think you're just bullshitting.
Oh, I have no fucking clue. I don't even know who he is.
Welcome to Cobb, everybody.
You believe me, you
Cobb,
sons
the
of
bullshit.
bitches.
I didn't believe a damn thing because I know you. I know you.
I know him, but I
Where's my
always
phone?
fall
I'm
for it.
Googling that
Because
shit.
you're dumb.
I guarantee
Right, you can
he's from
Google all you
I'm
want.
pretty sure he's from
So,
Miami.
Halo I thought looked pretty cool. I don't like Halo at all, ever. I've always hated it. But this, I mean, I was
This was a
interested.
Halo-ass
second it.
Halo game.
I mean, I was interested in Reach. This one I thought looked neat. I particularly liked the dude with the skull face after the metal came off, so that was kind of cool. But
Really,
I mean,
has,
really, it did just look like another Halo game.
has anyone played Halo? Other,
I've been actually going
they're-
through all of them.
they're really not bad
They're-
games.
Yeah, it's
Like,
story.
if you like first-person shooters,
Which I
they're
don't.
a solid first-person shooter. I'm not a fan of them, and they're not a PC first-person shooter, which a lot of people complain about. But as far as a console shooter goes, it's solid. It really has no...
I think it's really
brokenness to it.
I
I
don't.
agree with
I don't
that.
like people who play Halo.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing. The people that play Halo Online
Are
tend
12.
to be douchebags.
Yeah.
Because they're 12.
But like if
Yeah.
you play the single player or you play with friends like you used to have to
Yeah.
in the originals, like I mean I thought it was awesome playing System Link on the original Xbox and Halo 1.
I mean,
Like we used to do that shit all the time. It was great.
Yeah.
I'll play multiplayer Halo land
I mean-
with people I know.
Yeah, like
but
it's not a realistic game. It's not fucking Modern Warfare. You're not running around with MP4s and shit blasting each other. You have a fucking gun called a Needler that fucking shoots needles and hones in on you and explodes. Like it's completely ridiculous, but it's fun.
yeah, it looked good and it looked like a Halo-ass Halo game.
Yeah, so I
if
mean,
you like
we
Halo,
should expect
guess
the
what?
same thing from
It's
this.
fucking Halo.
An
Yeah.
interesting story and fun multiplayer as long as you're not playing online. If you're
Exactly.
playing online, you're going to have 12-year-olds screaming in your ear telling you that you're a faggot and humping your face because they think that's cool.
Yeah, but in Richie's case, it's true.
No.
Oh, come on, Walnut.
I'm confused.
I just
It's
called you a
just-
faggot.
I'm
That's
not a
getting his
faggot,
face
it's
humped.
just-
Anyway. How about Splinter Cell? I thought Splinter Cell
Splinter
would be-
Cell.
Although no
that's
Michael
great.
Ironside.
That's really
Splinter
disappointing.
Cell, Splinter
Really
Cell.
disappointing that there's no Michael Ironside. Otherwise, I thought it looked cool. If it had Michael Ironside, I'd be a lot happier. though.
Yeah. He
I
is
know.
the shit.
I know none of you guys are a fan of the Kinect, but I'm gonna say I thought it was pretty nifty that they threw in the voice command where when you're hanging on the
Tell you
wall,
what.
you can just yell out to your Kinect, "Hey you," and the character starts walking towards
But-
Sam Fisher.
You could do that with the DS too with certain games. You could yell out if you're playing Phoenix Wright, you can yell objection and he goes objection.
You
Like,
can do
it's
that
not
with
real-
fucking
Yeah, why not just push a button?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. I mean,
really-
it's a neat feature to add. It's. I don't think it's going to add a whole lot to the game,
No.
but I'm glad that it's there. You know.
Like at least
Although, if
they're
we're talking
using
about-
it in interesting ways.
right.
Yeah.
If we're talking about voice commands, I want to know. I was reading. I don't think we mentioned it in the article originally, but I saw somewhere else that apparently, and I'm skipping ahead a bit, in the new South Park game, one of the things you can do if you have a Kinect is you can berate Cartman, and like extra stuff will happen.
Huh.
That would actually be pretty cool.
I want to know what that entails. That sounds like an interesting concept.
You know,
The thing
like-
is,
like,
it's
hey,
going to be
fat ass.
limited like
I'm
most
not
of the
a fat
Kinect
ass.
stuff is, where
Yeah.
it's really only going to be if you go, hey Cartman, you're a fat ass, he'll respond. But if you just go, hey fat ass,
Yeah.
it probably won't do anything.
Right.
What if you said,
Yeah,
"Hey,
guarantee
fat
it
ass,"
won't.
and he just
It
rages
uses
out?
Yeah.
keyword things.
Right.
On the Kinect, I know no one else is gonna care, but what they did with FIFA, where if you curse at the ref,
Yeah.
you get carded.
That,
The
That's it.
ref
That
will
was-
react
that was-
if you curse while you're
that-
playing with
that's
it on
kinda
Kinect.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
So you know what you do then? Unplug your Kinect.
I will actually.
but
But I'm just saying that's
Like,
fun.
is there a list of curse words, or can I make up shit?
Dude,
if I call him like
meat
meat
crop,
crop.
the
Yeah,
greatest
exactly. If I call him meat crop, is he gonna know what's going on?
what was the one in Family Guy
Oh,
on the like apocalypse episode? On the newscast, they say there's a new curse word.
Kleeman, I think.
Yeah, Kleeman or something, and they're like, "We'll tell you what it means after the break." And
Yeah, I
they
think it was
never
like
explain
Kleeman
it.
or something.
Oh well.
But whatever.
Anyway,
How about the smart glass stuff?
I wasn't impressed.
I thought it was interesting.
It's a
But-
really cool idea, but the fact that it's only going to work with a Windows 8 phone or a Windows 8 tablet kind of ruins it. Because yeah, you have the rich kids that are going to buy it because they want to play Xbox Live with it, but you're screwing a whole demographic of people that already have their iPads and their Android tablets that aren't going to go out and buy a fucking Windows tablet.
no, I thought at the very beginning of when they announced
They said
Smart
it's
Glass.
only for
Yeah.
Windows tablets and smartphones.
Okay,
and
I thought
even-
they said.
And it's a shame
Android.
because it is cool what you can do with it. I mean, you can control your movies and stuff with it.
You know,
And then, for you, like, you play Madden. If you had an Xbox, you
I
can
like-
actually
I did
rewrite
like
your
that.
plays on your
and
tablet.
just even call the
Yeah,
play on the
which,
tablet.
I mean, that's
which,
fucking cool.
When you're
that
playing multiplayer, kind of adds that little
Yeah.
extra. Oh, now they really have no clue what I'm doing.
being able to go, okay, well, I want a passing play, but I want them to zag, like, go to the left, shoot across the screen right, run down, and then back left. Like, you don't have that by default, but you can just draw anything you
Draw it
want.
up real quick.
And then click on that guy as he's running to it.
I do vaguely remember them saying Android, but I don't know if they said that it's all available, because I do also remember hearing them say only available on Windows 8.
I think
At the-
right now it's only on
Yeah, I mean,
Android.
if they do end up releasing, well, no, 'cause
Or-
it's not available at all yet.
Yeah.
well, when
Smart Glass, I believe, runs on all operating systems, Android app languages.
I think there's going to be a Smart Glass specific app for the Windows 8 stuff, but then there's the My Xbox app that's already out
That's it.
on
Oh,
Android
okay.
and iPad and iOS that
See-
they're going to integrate that into.
Well, that'll be cool if they actually have like the full
But
integration.
clearly
and
they
stuff with
did not really explain that well during the press
Yeah,
conference.
'cause I was under the impression.
it. Microsoft was a little hard to follow.
Microsoft had a pretty average
Yeah.
press
I mean,
conference.
did they really, other than like, what was it, Just Dance that we saw at every other fucking thing? There, was that the one?
No, they had
Dance
Dance
Which,
Central.
which is
Which is
surprisingly
the
hard when you get down to it.
They're all the same.
Well, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as John
Yeah,
can
yeah.
dance to Raining Men, he's happy.
As long as it's raining, man, he's happy.
Oh snap!
Let me chime in. Dynamite chime in on
Nice
us.
one, nice one.
Dynamite chime in.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's really it for the Microsoft panel
Yeah, so
that,
there
that
was-
we cared
like,
about.
Years.
Yeah, they threw out the Gears trailer.
But
See,
you
But
never
that-
saw anything.
Everything
No.
they showed were teasers. They didn't really have too
Well, it's
many.
like-
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
we
they
got
had-
to see a trailer for Fable on Rails. Oh boy.
Again,
And we were promised that there's going to be some updates and changes to make it more exciting than what was shown last
but
year.
it's still just Fables on Rails.
all we saw was Fables on Rails, the trailer again, so nothing to get excited
They had
about.
that-
Same with Gears of War. We see a CGI trailer that has Baird shooting people or being escorted in chains, and it's like, well, why? Like, I don't understand why I should get excited for this because I haven't seen anything, and it's not made by the same people. So clearly, it's like,
They
you
had
have to
that
prove it to me, you know?
Goofy ass Connect, Angry Birds
Yeah.
/ Pain game.
That looks stupid.
That- yeah.
The Racketeers is what it's
Yeah,
called.
that
Yes,
looked
yes,
really-
that's what
It was Angry
Not
Birds for
fun.
the Kinect.
Yeah, it's like, again, Angry Birds is popular. Let's not mimic that because it's not that.
But everything
it's
mimics it
popular.
right now.
Yeah, it's popular for a reason because I can play it wherever the hell I want, not because it's on my PlayStation.
They
you
just
know?
want a piece of that pie.
Yeah, and
pretty
that's-
much.
But who's going to buy that pie on their TV? The reason that pie is so
Grandmothers.
fruitful is grandmothers
No,
have
grandmothers
Wii's.
don't have Xbox.
Grandmothers have Wii's. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to think about my grandmother having a
You don't want to think about her waggling that
Yeah.
Eric,
I mean,
It's
do
your
you want to think about grandma doing that?
whatever.
Oh, you do realize your grandmother's had a penis in her mouth at least once in her life. Your grandfather
At
was
least
like
three. At least three.
Does
All right.
anybody give a damn about Internet Explorer on Xbox?
Yeah, no.
I thought it was pretty
I
cool
mean-
because
I mean,
the fact that Internet Explorer is going to be on it means that eventually Firefox will be, and then Chrome.
Yeah.
Wait, no, well,
No, but honestly, I think from the way they talked about it, if it all works right, they're going to be the first console to actually have it done right. Because I don't know if you've ever used it on like the PlayStation or the
well,
Wii.
PlayStation
It
browser
sucks
blows.
because doing this with your fucking controller sucks. But if you can bring up your fucking phone and just type on the actual keyboard, virtual
Well,
or not.
Or
I'm
even
going to
tell
be
it
that
to
guy.
ser-
I'm going to go
Yeah.
there. So I've tried to use Opera on the Wii,
It's bad.
and it's fucking worthless because
Yeah.
it doesn't have Flash support. So here's my question.
None of them do, except for the Xbox One wheel.
Okay, that's what.
Because they're actually doing
Can I
right.
go to youporn.com and watch things?
You would
giant-
ask that.
You
On
can
my
on
on the
PlayStation.
PS3.
Yeah,
You
you
can on
can.
PlayStation.
Okay.
Because they, yeah.
They have some sort of codecs to allow them
Yeah,
to play.
but
Well, because
But really,
all
like-
YouPorn is like whatever the basic.
But I'm
They're
just saying,
YouTube videos.
Yeah.
or YouTube videos, or just stuff like that, where I want to stream something, or like I want to.
You just want to see if you can watch porn on your big
Well, of
screen
course, that's
TV.
my question. But no, my real thing is, is
The
it
answer
gonna
is yes.
is it gonna be a full internet experience, or is there a bunch of shit I can't do just because it's hooked into my Xbox?
It's a mostly full internet experience. It actually gives you a little bit more freedom.
I'm sure you can't
Because-
play browser games though.
Yeah, I mean,
That's gonna piss me off.
but you probably can if as long as you need the keyboard.
Yeah, but why?
What, you're
But-
mad that you can't play Angry Birds on
No,
your
I don't play
Xbox
Angry Birds.
using Internet
No.
Explorer?
I want to play Castle Rush. I want to play Castle Rush on Internet Explorer on my
Here's the
Xbox.
problem: how much spyware can your Xbox get because
All
you're using
the
Internet
spyware.
Explorer.
All of the spyware.
That's why you don't use it until Firefox comes out.
Right.
But when is Microsoft actually going to let that happen?
Never.
Never.
Oh, there'll be mods. It's
Well,
fine.
yeah,
Now-
but there's probably mods right now.
Shahad will
where
write
you
one
can,
because he's a
Shahad write a
software
mod
you
engineer.
for
can
all-
get
for
Firefox
Microsoft.
on a cracked Xbox.
You hear that, Chad?
Has to go through.
Do it.
Yeah, which one? For what?
For the Xbox Internet Explorer, mod it into Firefox
Yeah.
right now.
So
Right
you
now.
want me to just load Firefox on Internet Explorer? You want me to make Internet Explorer look like Firefox?
No, I want you to make Internet
Both.
Explorer be Firefox.
Make it be
What a-
Firefox.
Whatever the two things you said, both of them.
Yeah, because they sounded confusing, and you're smart, so that sounds good.
So is that
that was-
well,
The only other shit Xbox really had was third-party stuff. You know,
Madden,
you
FIFA.
have Madden, FIFA, Call of
I'll talk
Duty.
about
Which
that.
you see,
And-
you see all of that in
First.
EA next
Well,
anyway.
yeah, and
Yeah.
the only thing that we haven't seen was Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was only shown at the
Yeah,
Microsoft
yeah.
press conference. Honestly, I thought it was awesome.
Bows were clearly the weapon of choice for E3.
Absolutely.
There were fucking bows in everything.
And that's
But you know
okay
what?
Not
with
that
me.
there was a
Because
problem.
Hunger Games is awesome. I love bows and arrows.
You know what though? In Tomb Raider, it works because the situation she's in, it's not your 1996 Lara Croft where she has fucking dual pistols running around the fucking caves.
She wasn't
It's-
I mean,
expecting.
in all honesty, I think
she
the
got-
bows
she got-
fit in every game they were in.
Yeah,
But you know what I
that,
mean, like-
Assassin's Creed, you know, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. It's all
Far Cry.
Far Cry. Oh yeah, Far Cry.
But I mean, like that game
Crisis
fits her
was
for her to not have that. It's more like
Crisis.
it's a survival
Crisis.
horror
I
game.
watch that.
Fucking Crisis looks awesome.
I'll have to watch that later.
Well, it's a fucking Crisis-ass Crisis.
Crisis always looks awesome, but it's usually not.
I thought the first Crisis was amazing.
I heard the second one was terrible.
I heard the PC version was awesome.
Yeah.
And the console versions both had issues.
Problems.
I just heard it was very different than the first one, so people were a little ooh
Yeah.
change. Wow. Anyway,
Kyle's article.
yeah.
One last thing for Microsoft was they are doubling their amount of entertainment apps.
But
cares?
who cares?
They added
mean,
NHL
every-
and NBA.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
but-
they're over the time.
They're
though,
adding
so
more
it's
Xfinity
be
and this
more-
channel and that channel.
But
really,
how many people really use that stuff?
I mean, some people are going to. I mean, I don't have cable, so I watch Hulu and Netflix on my PlayStation. For everything else that I don't have, that I might have on an Xbox, I have a computer for. It's to me, it's just.
And really, that
It's nice because it's now built into my TV, but
look, Drew.
I don't care. It's not going to sell me a console.
You're a
you know?
sports fan.
The ESPN. I've seen the ESPN app. One of my friends. We watched a lacrosse game on it at one of my friends' houses.
The lacrosse is straight.
It is.
The app is awesome. The ESPN3 app, the way it is right now, and the fact that they're adding in the actual ESPN networks.
But here's the thing: like, it's a
Pretty
subscription
fucking
base.
awesome.
But it doesn't have
No.
the Ocho. Where's the
There is
Ocho?
actually no ESPN 8. It's
I want to watch dodgeball.
it's just part of the subscription.
For your Xbox Live.
Yeah.
So you have to pay any extra for any of this stuff?
No.
No.
And I mean,
that's
watch
nice.
it's actually becoming the Watch ESPN as it is now on your computer if you have
Yeah, I mean,
whatever internet service provider that they support, which is like all of them.
I guess at
Yeah.
worst, I mean, if you have Xbox Live already and you're getting that stuff for free, it's cool. But I mean, if it's
I would cheap bastard. I don't have Xbox Live. I can't use half that shit.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but
it's,
if you pay $50 and you weren't getting cable for free, you'd have cable for free for $50
Yeah.
a year, as opposed to
Yeah.
$90 a month. So
yeah, that is.
I mean,
true.
that's the added value there. You know, if I had an Xbox, that might be
But have
something
they
I'd look into.
explained exactly how they're doing the cable service?
Exactly.
Because
you
I've
know?
heard it might be a literal.
another fee
the
like
mo-
Netflix.
Well, and not even that. It's you get like X amount of channels for this much,
Ugh.
and it's literally like a
Oh, it's
pick
a la
your
carte?
channels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would be one way to get around all the FCC regulations,
Yeah.
prevent them from doing it now,
Yeah.
because they wouldn't be actually wired service.
True. I mean that
Interesting.
might be nice, but it's one of those things that I don't want to speculate on. I don't want to until I see more. I don't really care because, like I said, I have other ways to watch TV and
And,
get
like,
my entertainment. And,
As a sports fan, they're getting the NHL Game Center, but you have to pay for NHL Game Center,
so it
which is
doesn't really,
$100 a year.
that doesn't do anything.
And I've heard that
Is
some of those games aren't live. You still have like a 2-hour delay,
Well, and I mean they.
which I mean, still, it's better
I mean,
than
you
nothing.
still
if
get
you
to
it's better
see
than
it if
nothing.
you didn't get to see it before.
Yeah.
At least they're live-ish.
Yeah.
You know, so that's
And
better.
they on demand like all the games, but it's $100 for 4 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you know, that pretty much wraps up Microsoft. Anybody else like?
No, that was
They were unimpressive.
Yeah, it's nothing really of note. Just essentially your standard,
Smart glass.
your standard one. You know, yeah, really, it was one exclusive,
Which
third
is
parties
what they
left
had
and
last
right,
year.
fitness game. Who cares? You know, and then
Fat people.
and then no fat people don't even care.
Dumb fat people.
Fat people, but anyway, you know, and then you got your smart glass and your added whatever. Microsoft, you know, not the best. The worst, no. The best is right there. So I guess we move on to EA. EA was a pretty sweet deal. You know,
Dead Space.
they started with Dead Space, right?
Dead Space.
Co-op
was
Dead Space.
Awesome looking.
It looked awesome. I'm disappointed though,
Why?
because I loved Dead Space 1 solely for the fact that it scared the living shit out of me every fucking time I played
Fucking
it.
pussy.
Dude,
Dude, it's scary.
Dude,
I know.
broad daylight, Shawhead, right? Broad daylight. I'm upstairs in my room. I'm playing Dead Space. I'm like a foot and a half from the screen. I got the surround sound on. I'm just, you know, it was great, so good. Shawhead all of a sudden walks up and goes, "Hey, dude!" I was like, "Oh my god!"
Dude, the
I nearly had a heart attack.
Are some of the
It was horrible.
creepiest enemies ever.
What's that?
The Necromorphs are some of the creepiest enemies ever.
It's insane. I loved it, but because it was creepy and it scared me, and it's like, you know,
And you-
now they're taking away from that suspense and up, and like, oh, now you got somebody with you, so there's nothing that really going to surprise you, nothing's going to come out at you,
Well-
and it's going for the blockbuster summer explosions,
Nah,
Michael Bay
that's
fest,
not
you
what
know?
I've heard.
That's
Like,
what it looks like to me,
it's-
you know? That
but you
trailer
don't
they
have
showed
to
us.
play-
You don't have to play
There's
co-op.
not always. It's not like RE5 where there's always another person.
Okay.
If you're playing co-op, you're playing co-op. But if you're playing single player, you're by yourself.
Okay, see, that I'm more appreciative of, because that's what I like. But even still, the whole
You're not
trailer
babysitting someone.
the whole trailer they showed us, it,
Well,
it to
because-
me, it looked
Well,
like a
co-op
Michael
was
Bay
the big
fest, you
feature
know?
for it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not even just the co-op. You take the whole part out, everything they showed, it looked like a Michael Bay movie with aliens in space. It's
They're
like, I
doing
don't-
more outdoor
It was Ninja Turtles.
stuff.
it was
but-
the explosions and too much action. I'm like, give me the suspense, give me the horror, show me the
But that's-
scary shit.
That's just what they showed you, though.
yeah.
There's still a whole lot more to
If-
it.
Well, how am I supposed to know what's going on when they don't show me stuff? I can only judge the game based on what they
Right.
show me.
All I
They're-
see is action, so I think action. What I've seen of Lost Planet 3, however, yeah, that looks scary as shit.
Oh, yeah.
Consider me interested. But that's, I don't even know who's doing that. Konami, I think?
I don't
Capcom. And
Yeah,
that's
I think
that
so.
looks awesome. But anyway, but Dead Space, I mean, I'm interested in Dead Space, but it's not at the top of my list just because it's not
Yeah.
how it it's just nerd I hate change kind of thing going on, but it's not what it was originally, and at least from what they're showing me, it's straying too far away from what they were originally into, and that was the new survival horror, and now it's just the other action game, you know?
Oh, that's one thing we missed in the Microsoft conference was RE6.
Yeah,
Why
but it's
not?
Resident Evil 6.
We haven't seen that much of it. All it's been so far are videos.
It was
It was a game.
No, there was
Really,
gameplay
It was only a
demo.
little bit though. I mean,
well, so was RE5.
I mean, look, I'm gonna for
see, I liked Resident Evil 5.
I loved Resident Evil 5.
Resident Evil 5 looks good, but I mean, Resident Evil
There's
6
lots
looks
of-
good. But I mean, it's the one thing I'm gonna have to say about Resident Evil 6
far.
is
Yeah.
everybody's giving The Last of Us that comment, oh, it looks like Uncharted with zombies. Honestly, that pretty much deserves to be with Resident Evil 6. That to me looks more like Uncharted with zombies. The gameplay looks entirely new, more action packed, more scripted, more crazy events going on, and all the third person crazy shooter. That is one of those series that it's evolved from the survival horror into the summer action movie game.
Well,
again.
the
And it's
thing with
you
The
know,
Last of Us is though, it's the same publisher as
like
Uncharted, so you have Naughty
Uncharted.
Dog.
Right, I
But
mean it does.
Naughty Dog has
but-
stated before, and they probably did it with Last of Us.
Mhm.
They designed the levels first.
Yeah.
They figure out how they're going to look, how they're going to play, what you're going to do. Then they wrap the story around that.
Right.
So that's why a lot of the things are like, okay, well, this worked really well in Uncharted, so let's wrap it into
Right.
this setting instead.
I mean, that makes sense and all.
And I mean,
but
it works for them.
I can get that, you know, but you know, we'll get
But
to
we're
Last of
jumping
Us
way
later.
ahead.
But you know, I can get that comparison because it is the same publisher. But Resident Evil, to me, looks far more like Uncharted than people are giving, or even like trying to mention. But it's because it's second publishers, so they're not going to get that comparison. But you know,
Well, let's get back to EA.
EA.
I think after Dead Space, they brought up Michael Irving, which I was surprised he wasn't covered in coke, but that's just me.
It's Michael Irving.
He played for the Dallas Cowboys.
He was a
Oh.
cokehead.
He was the black
got
dude.
he got
Okay.
arrested at one point.
Yeah, he
for-
seemed
actually
pretty
like
fine.
half the Cowboys team got arrested for.
Oof,
having
shothead,
coke.
you assholes. Man,
I'm sorry, I'm just going
I was yelling at Richie, not you. Richie
yes.
moved you. But
I'm probably the only one here. Actually, I know I'm the only one here who wants Madden this year.
yo, I'm getting in line for that.
No,
Matt and Jordan.
Here's what
Sorry.
Madden.
I don't like football. I would never spend money on a Madden game. I think the fact that they're actually getting to the point with the physics of the game
That they
where
finally
it's not
decided
just
to stop the scripted animation.
yeah, it's not just you get to the guy and you touch him and it converts into the tackle animation. It's now a guy's wrapped around your legs, but if you can fucking struggle enough, you can break free and keep running.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not just a random, well, every 150 times you get tackled in this random position, you're actually just going to stumble but get up and keep running. It's you have to fight for your
Yeah.
ability to carry the ball on.
So
I
it's
think that's
definitely-
really cool.
Definitely,
It looks
definitely
pretty.
gonna get it this year.
Yeah. I mean, it looks interesting. It's a nice
But
advancement.
a
for it and
$60 game that comes out every year, just
Well, that's why I stopped getting both Madden and NHL every year and just went to NHL.
all. Yeah.
but even that, like, I love hockey. I will not buy them every year because incremental increases. I mean, the only reason I did it for Assassin's Creed was because they stated that they were going to bring out the games they're bringing out, and then they're taking a break for a little while, and it was an ongoing story.
Yeah.
I mean, if NHL had some fucking story behind it, how, you know, Wayne
You could import
Gretzky
your
was coming to
character
kill
from-
everybody or
From
something.
2011 to 2012.
FIFA is doing that.
See, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
That-
FIFA just announced that for 13, your Be a Pro player will move from 12 to 13.
See, that's cool.
which I'm sure will then happen in Madden and
Yeah.
NHL.
Yeah.
See that then I can
And they're
appreciate
bringing
because it's
NBA
like
Live
it's
back,
like yeah,
and
now I
they
can
just
bring my
ship that
character and
anyway.
he can get better and you know over time and
So, can you trade players between games? Like, if you make, like, a character in FIFA, can you move it over to NHL? That'd be interesting.
That'd be so
you can
cool.
have, like, your soccer player
He's
playing
a cool-
hockey.
John,
Look at the
this
Michael
is the
Jordan.
replacements, all right?
no, not
Dude, that movie was the
I
shit,
know,
and we will be
I love it.
discussing that at a later date and time.
No, dude, I'm
Yes.
talking Michael Jordan from Space Jam.
Yes.
That'd be so good.
Only if he was actually the Michael Jordan from Space Jam, where
Yeah.
whenever he arrived at a baseball game, he walked out of the spaceship with Bugs Bunny on his.
That'd be
Yeah.
so good. It was amazing.
And then it was UFC next?
You know what?
Or-
Yeah, I mean, I know they
I don't
announced
know. I don't have the
UFC.
exact order, but I have all the games.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I know UFC
that's-
No, they
happened,
did
and
SimCity next.
the only
No,
thing that I
it
have to
was
say about
SimCity.
SimCity,
What, SimCity?
SimCity,
Yeah,
They're making
SimCity.
these two new SimCities.
Well,
One's a social Facebook
Maxis
game.
is back.
Oh, right. Oh,
on
yeah, I saw
SimCity.
that, yeah.
the Max
But-
is back, and they're doing two of them. There's the
There's a
actual PC
Facebook
SimCity,
Uh-huh.
which has multiplayer for the
And-
first time ever.
It's gonna be like globally linked, where all the cities are pretty much a city in a world.
So like
So you
my
can
city
travel
and your
to,
city,
like,
and you know, we can help each other out.
I don't see the point of that.
Well, we can help each other
Godzilla's
out,
in
send
it.
each other
Godzilla.
funds. Godzilla's in it. I missed that.
Well, it's a giant.
there's a- yeah,
It's
okay.
Godzilla.
Godzilla's in it. All right, but that's the I'm
There's
just
curved
saying.
roads now.
Yeah.
What?
I had Peter
Yeah,
There's
Molyneux.
curved roads. That's
Dude,
insane.
Peter Molyneux was so excited for curved roads so he could make a European style city in SimCity. on the
Because
game
Europe's the
trailers.
only city.
post
Europe's the
show.
only country.
I'm sorry.
You know, but
SimCity
anyway.
was only good on the Super Nintendo and SimCity 2000.
No, I mean,
This one actually looks pretty
good.
cool.
Looks good.
I've played some SimCities and I enjoy them, but I mean, this one I'm
Three
definitely
sucked. 4 was kind of like
Yeah.
But though, I mean, at a certain
Same.
point, they're all the same game with better graphics and
Yeah.
a few new features.
Yeah.
This it's been so,
So
long
it's
since
like
the
that.
SimCity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been so long since the SimCity came out
Yeah.
It's worth it.
that
It's worth
Yeah.
it.
if you like simulation games and you like building society and stuff
I
like
do.
that, it's definitely something that you should probably check out. At the very least, check out the Facebook game
Yeah.
because that's going to be free
First.
and you can play it on Facebook all day.
Yeah.
Sweet, I can do that at work. I mean, I will do that during my off time.
Oh, dude, come on! I play Civilizations at work all the
Yeah,
time.
I noticed that.
It's great.
I went to Meat Boy this morning because I bought the Humble Indie bundle.
Humble Indie Bundle, buy it. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
Humble Bundle.
Dude, it's
They just added more stuff.
$7.
Or
If you're a cheap
whatever.
bastard, I gave him 50. I gave him 20. That's worth it.
Dude,
You
the
know,
Humble Bundle is like the best it's
It-
ever been.
it's so good. This
Yeah.
is the greatest one.
Sucks
Um,
that I already own 2 of those games.
Now, the UFC
six for $7. Christ Almighty.
Exactly. Now the UFC news, you know that EA now has UFC and THQ lost it. I guess that's exciting for people that are into those games. The only thing that I find disappointing is that as soon as they announced it, the entire studio at THQ that made those games fired.
Well, it turned out that the last 2 had lost money, so that's why.
Well, either way, that whole studio.
I'm sure they could
was
have put them
fired.
on other
They
games.
could have moved into new projects or different areas. You didn't need to close the studio and fire them entirely. You know, I get it. It's a business. You want to make profits and all that blah blah
38
bullshit.
Studio.
Well, as long as they weren't 38 studios, but even still, 38 studios, man. That was whatever that guy who was from baseball.
Chilling.
Yeah, like I mean, that was his dream.
yeah.
That was his dream was
They're
to
being
start a game
investigated by the
studio.
feds now.
Yeah,
Nice.
Because they apparently had like tens of millions of dollars in assets.
Yeah, yeah.
That, who knows?
Yeah,
well,
it's
well, that's
Find out when
another
that
Screw
story.
him, he threw that
Go
bitch.
look
Fuck
it
him.
up.
yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I feel bad that whole studio is closed, but what's nice
No,
is
somebody just bought the Baltimore studio.
yeah. What's nice is
I forget
Epic
Oh yeah,
and
Epic.
and I think it's Epic and Bethesda have both extended open invites to anybody in that got
Well,
fired from the
somebody
THQ areas
actually
and 38
bought
studios and big huge games. I think Bethesda bought Big Huge.
No, because they
Maybe
called
it was Epic.
because somebody called it
That's what
whatever Maryland. Now it's not. It's no longer Big Huge Games.
Right.
It's whatever other company Maryland.
I know
whatever other company.
the
Baltimore
companies
or
that I
whatever.
heard involved were Bethesda or ZeniMax Media, and Epic. Were the ones that I was hearing.
I think it might have been Epic.
Epic, I heard was
Josh,
Epic was
Alright,
opening a studio. What's that?
Somebody look it up. Who bought
Yeah.
38 Who bought Big
Well, no,
Huge Games?
I read the other day that Epic was buying a studio in Baltimore.
Then
So
they
it's
bought Big
probably
Huge
Epic,
Games.
but because ZeniMax already has a studio in Baltimore, they're also inviting people to them as well. So that's
Anyway.
good news out of the bad news. But anyway, what the hell else?
They
did
had,
EA do?
EA didn't really stand out for me at
No.
all. Like I barely
I mean,
remembered anything they
they-
had other than
I-
Madden.
They had,
So close on Star Wars.
What?
So close to having called that.
Oh
shit.
no, dude! No, there was
Fuck
no,
you.
no.
I was
Seriously,
so close.
there was no way in hell they were going free to play fully, and you know it.
No,
they're still making
too
money.
much.
But they're still losing everybody.
No.
But they're not.
They're
They're
down.
No, they
they're
have-
under 1 million subscribers now.
Okay, how many did WoW have in its first year?
More than
Like 5?
Not in its first
No.
year.
No.
WoW took
No.
time to
'Cause
build
do
up.
you know what else came out a year before WoW?
EverQuest 2.
EverQuest 2. That's where everybody was. And they slowly trickled away from that because EverQuest 2 wasn't advancing fast enough because nerds are fucking insane.
Look.
And if there's not 7,000 hours of endgame content 2 minutes after a game comes out, fuck you, game.
Yeah, I
it's
will
insane.
second that.
You know, but no, I mean, it's like, come on, shit takes time. The game's it's 7 months old right now. Give it another year or two. It's gonna kick up. I'm gonna sign up. I think it looks
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
know?
play it for 15 levels, and then if it plays well on my computer, I'll probably actually buy it
It
because
does play alright on the laptop.
I almost bought it the other day, just out of, like, I want this.
I mean, look, I was in the beta. Those first 15 levels are enough to hook you to want to play more. I guarantee you. And that's why they did it. Because each character is a different story, and each story has different appeal to each person. While I didn't like the Sith Warrior story, I loved the Inquisitor story. It was awesome.
The Bounty
The
Hunter
Imperial
story was
Agent, Imperial Agent trumps all though that I played. It's fantastic.
that's for you though. Somebody else
Right.
would love the Sith Warrior story.
Exactly. So it's like each story is different. There's 8 different times, 8 different eight different classes, so 8 different stories, and it's awesome.
I mean, really,
You know?
at least it's only free to play to level 15. At least none of us spent like you know, tons of money on like a lifetime subscription to a game like Star Trek.
Which, by the way, is free to play, and this week
for Hellgate London.
And this weekend
that's
they
like
lost.
old news, and it's back. So shut up.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's free to play.
back.
It's a free to play Korean game.
developer.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Star
you can
Trek
only play the
Online
first three
is
acts
free
for
to
free.
play
You
now,
gotta pay for the
and
last
this
two.
weekend they are having a special. They are offering lifetime subscriptions again.
This is not a
However, I
plug,
would not suggest that, and don't play the game ever because it sucks.
So we should all sign up right now.
This is from the guy who paid $800 to meet the 5 Star Trek.
He's
Yes.
also one of 4 people that owns a lifetime subscription to Star Trek
Yes.
Online.
And
Yes.
he's
Yes.
probably the old. No, he's the same 4 people.
He's the
probably
only
also
one that
own
still
the
hasn't
Captain
installed.
Kirk replica.
No, I'm
Yeah.
one of 1,701 people who own the replica
Yeah,
chair.
but only
And I'm
4
telling
of
you,
those 1,700
there's
have
no
the lifetime
reason you should
subscription.
pay money to play the Star Trek Online game.
Totally noted. But Star Wars, I loved what I played. And
Yeah.
for them to go free to play, they're still making money. Yeah, they might be losing subscribers. But as soon as the next content patch comes out, what's going to happen? They all sign back
Well,
up.
here's the
They'll
thing.
sign back up for a month, see how it goes. And then a month goes where they don't have a big content patch. Another content patch, they sign up again. It's an up and down situation until eventually they get to the point where like, there's enough here for me to
honestly,
not
they don't make their money on subscribers. They make their money on microtransactions.
Well, they don't
They don't
have
have it.
microtransactions.
No, there's few.
You either
only
do
few ones do
microtransactions or
Yeah,
subscribers.
you do one or the other. So
Like
they,
Lord of the
they're
Rings
doing-
Online has been saved by going free to play with microtransactions.
Yeah, they went free to play for microtransactions, but they also went free to play like 4 years after they came out. You know, it's like Lord of the Rings Online.
No one
isn't-
remembered it existed.
Right, Lord of the Rings Online is not a new game. It didn't like, oh, here's Lord of the Rings Online, and 20 minutes later, all right, yeah, we're going to free to play. It was like 4 years after it came out. They're like, yeah, we're just not as profitable as we were before. Let's switch to free to play, and then they've become more profitable than they ever were. Sure, it's a business model that works. But right now, the way Old Republic's working is as long as they have 500,000 people playing, they're making money. Right now, they're making money. So they don't need, they're making a profit to continue to develop. They're paying for everything they're developing and then some. It's profitable. It was profitable in its first month. It's going to continue to be profitable for about a year, if not longer, until subscribers dip down. But really, I mean, at this point, I'm interested. I want to get it. I just don't have the $50, $60 to buy a copy. Once I do, fucking give me it. I will pay you $15 a month, you know? It's like...
I want to play it, but I don't want to pay the $15 a month.
I'll play
Well, play to level
15 over and
15.
over
I
again.
mean, you got 8 stories you
Have
can
the
get
option.
into
Yeah,
at the
there
level
you go.
15.
I mean, really,
I mean,
like,
The
15
only
times
reason
eight
I
levels is
wanted
that.
it to go free to play was so I could justify actually buying the game.
Here's my thing though, like $15 isn't that much, you know,
It's
especially for a
not,
game. Because
but it is
how many,
when
like,
all
let's
my money
let's assume, I mean, yeah, like I don't have a whole lot of money, so I'm like right there with many people where $15 a month could be a fairly large purchase. I could buy dinner for a week for
But
$15.
think about it.
you know?
How often do you play this game that you're paying $15 a month for?
That's,
So I mean,
like,
most
that's
MMOs,
really where my
if you,
it's
as long as you're intelligent about it, it's not that bad. But you know, if you let it subscribe 1 month and you play it for a day or two, and then shit comes up and you don't play it all that month, you spent $15 on something that you
For
really
something.
didn't.
That's why I
That's-
stopped
that's-
playing WoW. I got busy at work, and I paid for like 6 months worth of subscriptions
Right.
for like
Yeah, it's-
$80, and I didn't log in
I mean,
once.
if you
It's
know
not
you're
that-
going to be in it and be
Well,
playing
it's your
it,
fault, though. I mean, like,
Yeah, I fully admit that it's my fault, but
yeah,
it's
I get my money's worth when I do monthly subscriptions.
Yeah,
Your mom pays for yours.
She used to. But
No,
I
like,
mean,
it's
even still,
just-
it's like it's all your justification. Like let's like I would look at it based on what other games I would have bought. You know, let's say I wanted to buy Call of Duty. You know, and that's $60. $60 for a 6-hour game because I'm not going to play the multiplayer. Fuck that shit. I suck at it. But I'll play the single player. It'll take me 6 hours to get through it once. 6 hours and $60. That's $10 an hour. An hour and a half. I have to play, you know, Star Wars: The Old Republic for an hour and a half to get my money's worth for that month because I didn't buy Star Wars because I didn't spend, you know, $60 on the other game. That's how I see it. You know, as long as you put in some time that month and it equates to the amount that you would like to spend on something else. And you know, if I'm
Yeah,
going to go see a
no,
movie,
but
a night at the movies.
Conversely, say you want to play WoW, and for some reason you wanted to play Star Trek Online. I don't know why you would, but then you want to play Star Trek: The Old Republic. You want to play if you're playing all these games, and
Yeah.
That gets fucking excessive and insane.
Exactly. That's when, when it comes to MMOs, I do one subscription, that's it. You know,
Yeah.
right now I have none.
No.
So for me to go $15 a month to play Star Wars, and as long as I play once a week, once every 2 weeks, I'm not going to be pissed off, because it's an awesome game. I had fun every time I played it. And I played it. You could literally sit down for an hour, accomplish shit. You couldn't do that in WoW. You can do. You might be able to now, but before when we played, you couldn't do that. You played WoW for an hour. You got like
One quest,
a
maybe.
tenth of a level up and maybe
No,
a quest.
that was FF11.
Oh right. No,
Yeah.
FF11 was if you didn't play for 7 days straight, you didn't get a fucking level up.
That's
With
fucking
13
No,
active
if you
people.
played
And-
for 7
and
days
six-
straight, you didn't get a level up.
Six of those 7 days you were playing, you were fishing.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
And-
you were looking for a party.
No, you were looking for Easter eggs. You could ask Paul. There was one Easter. We tried to go in and do stuff. He's like, no, man, I got to find Easter eggs. They got hidden shit in them.
Oh,
we
sure.
literally
Anyway.
had to drag him out of the house.
Anyway,
Yeah, we've gone on.
Uh,
Star Wars.
Battlefield.
Battlefield looks
Premium,
like Battlefield.
hey,
You know,
hey,
it's-
all other games
Hey,
are doing
everyone bought
subscriptions.
Elite, so let's get people to pay.
Every-
for it.
every-
It's
Yeah,
stupid.
okay.
I don't agree with that method at all. I think it's a complete waste of money. But
Well, it's
some
not.
people are. It is. It
You
is.
get
Well,
the
no,
expansion.
no.
You get the expansions for less money.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Yes. You get all 6 expansions for $50.
$50 to get all the expansions. It's going to be at least $15 for
Right,
each
which is
No,
expansion.
they're probably
just
10
said.
each.
Yeah, they're usually
They're 10 each.
The
So that you get when you buy 5, get 1 free.
that's still.
I
that's,
said
that's
good
a
day,
deal.
sir.
Yeah,
That's
but
a
still,
good deal.
I mean, to me, it's like,
I'm not.
No,
I'm not trying to say that like
Yes, he is.
I'm definitely going to get it. I haven't even played Battlefield 3. I'm just saying, but on a
But would you get
standpoint.
Call of
Not
Duty
that
Elite?
good.
What? No, I did not get Elite.
Yeah.
I'm going to get, because they still have it up, I'm going to get the Gears 3 Season Pass
You see, I don't-
because I get 4 DLC
But
contents
then
for the
you get
price
that
of
for
3.
free if you bought the game new.
No, you got it for free if you bought like this Ultimate Edition.
yeah,
okay.
Ultimate Edition.
Well, no, that was
But-
actually
But
Elite.
how much is that yearly pass?
It's
Well,
$30
it's not a yearly
one
pass.
time.
It's a one-time.
This
Ultimate
thing isn't a
Edition
yearly
pass.
pass.
Like
Yeah,
Uncharted did it for that is yearly. That
Is
would
that-
be
okay.
yearly.
$50 a year.
I
It's
missed
Elite.
that.
It's just like Elite. It's
It's-
$50 a year, and you
it's
get
the-
anything that comes
it's
out that
Battlefield
year.
Elite.
You know,
Okay.
so if
I
you
missed
put,
that then.
Yeah, so if you put out $50 and they only give you 2 expansions that year, well, you just paid $50 for something somebody paid
But they
$15
announced.
for.
I mean, they had
But-
announced the 6
but-
expansions.
Hold on, but you get it 2 weeks earlier than everybody else. Oh shit!
No, what happens, Richie? You
People
pay
will
for
pay
this, and
for
you're
it.
like, you know what?
Exactly.
I'm really fucking bored with Gears of War, and you trade it in.
I mean, at least then you still own
I
that
still
DLC.
own the
you know?
DLC.
It's like any DLC.
And
you go and you buy
I'm not
DLC.
Kyle. I don't trade in games when I stop playing them. I keep them.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, even then, like when you stop playing them, you stop playing them. That DLC is doing you no good.
Yeah, but that's
But that's
DLC in
that's
general.
DLC.
I mean, I bought I had DLC for half the games up there, but
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
play
no,
half of
no.
them anymore.
That's
you know?
what I'm saying. I'm saying if he
What
stops
value
playing
is it in having
pri-
DLC for a game you don't play?
Exactly.
prior to it
sucks.
coming out? Though I mean,
Yeah.
if you buy the annual pass, but you don't actually play all that
Yeah,
DLC,
okay, yeah.
you're actually you're losing money.
Yeah.
Whereas
Oh, yeah.
if you were only if you downloaded the first 2 DLCs,
Yeah.
played them, and then you're like, you know what?
Yeah, it would
I've
be a
had
better
enough Gears of
value
War.
for you if you
I'm not
bought
gonna
it
get
when
the
you're
other 2
actually going to play it.
Right, exactly. You know,
Well,
if I'm currently in a game like Uncharted 3, they did theirs. By the time they did their annual pass for Uncharted 3, I was done. I finished the game twice. I got all my trophies. I don't need the rest of this DLC. It doesn't add any story content. It's all multiplayer crap. The multiplayer in Uncharted 3, forgive me, it's cool, but it's not awesome. You know, I'm not going to sit there for 80 hours and play. You know, Assassin's Creed, yeah. Uncharted, no, not worth my time. But I'm not even Assassin's Creed. I'm not spending money on DLC. It doesn't. It doesn't. There's no substance to it. It's just, oh, here's a new character and a new map. You give it to everybody for free anyway. Just give it to me for free. Bullshit.
Well, speaking of Assassin's Creed, we should probably move on to Ubisoft.
Oh,
Medal
No,
of Honor,
no.
Need for Speed,
No.
anyone
Need for
cares?
Speed.
I'm
It's awesome.
excited for Need for Speed. I've played.
Chad, what did you say? I missed what you said.
I said, like, I was kind of scared to buy games at launch because if you wait like a year, you get the game of the year edition.
I know that's one
Yeah.
thing that
Yeah.
freaks me out. But we'll save
But
that
then
for
if
another
you
day. You
buy
know?
Call of Duty a year later, you're raped the second you go into online where all the DLC
Yeah,
is
that's-
But
anyway.
if you wait a year to buy a Madden game, you can buy it for like $4.
Hell yeah! No, see, that's why I pick and choose. Certain games I'll buy right up front, certain I won't. It depends. If it's something I'm really excited about, here's my $60, give it to me. Yeah, I'll keep paying for all your DLC too. If it's something that I'm on the fence about or something that I'm excited about, something else comes out at the same time, you know, I'm not going to get both for $60. I'll hold off because, look, I got fucking games for $20 that, you know, somebody else bought for $60 and they spent all the money on the DLC. Guess what? I waited and got the DLC for free. You know? Exactly. I paid $20 for Borderlands. I got all the DLC for free.
And bought all the DLCs.
You spent over $100.
Well, exactly $100.
You see, you paid it. Fallout, you know, I paid $20 for Fallout. You know, it's like
yeah, I got Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition used.
Yeah.
And
it still came with everything?
It's all on the disc, well, it was on PS3, it was on the disc.
There you go, so that's cool. But, you know, anyway.
Wait,
so and Crysis.
So what was there? There was,
Medal of Honor, which, it looked good.
I think Medal of Honor looked better than Call of Duty.
Well, there was no Call of Duty.
Black
Only
Ops
show
2.
was Blops, but Blops was shown during...
No, I mean, in general, I think that game
I
looked like more fun than Call of Duty.
That's the only reason I like that game.
Yeah.
I kind of like that the Medal of Honor storyline is taking off of actual events.
Yeah, I like it. I like that you could pick what military group you played at. You could play as the SEALs, you could play as the SAS, you could play as the I can't pronounce the Russian one because it's got a lot of fucking consonants. Yeah,
that's
come on,
how do you not say that?
Because I just can't.
You're a goddamn idiot.
Yeah, there's 12 groups from 10 different countries or something like that. So it's interesting.
Like,
yeah,
that's neat.
neat.
And frankly, like, I couldn't give a shit about Call of Duty. Like, especially the new one. Like,
after Black Ops, I could give a shit.
I'll tell you, Blobs 2, I kind of like the whole futures part, but at the same time, I'm not about to spend $60 on it. Give it to me for 20. We might have a deal.
Just wait a couple weeks, get Ghost Recon.
Yeah, Ghost Recon looks neat.
And there you go.
I like the fact that I can be stealthy.
Isn't Ghost Recon out?
Yeah, wait a couple weeks until it drops in price.
Yeah, because, you know, it'll be $20 in like a month, so...
Yeah.
But, Need for Speed was really good.
I've played the run. I've been playing Most Wanted non-stop. I can't wait for...
Richie has the runs, guys.
I can't wait for Most Wanted.
Most Wanted looks it's Burnout Paradise, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it is being made by Criterion.
Which is, thank God, I miss Burnout Paradise.
It looks amazing. Like graphically, it's a gorgeous looking game.
And they're doing a lot of connected stuff.
Yeah.
It's like an open world. It's one big map, and it's not... It's not like a racing game where, you know, you start the starting line and you go to the finish line. The whole time you're driving, it's more like you're running from the cops. You're just in a race doing it, at least from the videos.
Yes. If any of you guys played Hot Pursuit for the 360 when they came out with that before the run, it was made by the same guys. They did just that with the auto log, connecting everybody with the challenges. It was fantastic, and this one's just as great. I especially love the fact
he's eating a candy bar like right in front of the microphone.
That's the loudest shit.
Could you be any louder, Shothead?
I really love that now they're making it that
crunch loud.
Once you get out of a race, you still got to get away from the cops.
Yeah, no, I mean, it seems interesting. I like it. I love Paradise.
It looks pretty good.
The one thing Paradise was missing was cops. There weren't any cops in Paradise.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like that.
Burnout was more a break thing.
Nothing beats Cruising USA, but whatever.
Dude, I'll Burnout Paradise.
Rad Racer? Come on.
Dude,
Rad Racer was pretty awesome.
Rad Racer 2 was the best. Wait, with its 2 audio tracks.
Was it Rad Racer that did the 3D mode?
Yes, it was Rad Racer.
Dude, I love that shit. You had to have the red and the blue. It was on NES. You hit select, it turns everything 3D.
Red and blue.
Red and blue glasses on, and the game
is 3D. I don't know anyone who ever made it past level 3.
Oh no, dude, I never made it past the first level.
One time in Rad Racer 2.
Oh. That's like knowing someone.
What happened?
That was a game me and you played the hell out of.
Do you know what fucking happened when I got to level 4?
Console froze.
Somebody fucking fell over and the game popped up and turned the fuck off.
Guess what?
Knowing someone who beat Rad Racers, like knowing someone who managed to make it through level 3 in Battletoads. It's never happened.
I made it past once.
What? Really?
Once.
No way.
Swear to God. It was fucking hard.
Alright, let's do it right now.
No, I don't have it. But anyway, I did do it once. I remember.
Or knowing someone who...
Or beating Ikaruga.
Oh, fuck
that. Oh, Christ. Fuck that to Bob.
I traded that in.
Or knowing someone who managed to get that warp in level 1 of Battletoads. You know what that is?
No.
If you headbutt the guy on the left, or no, you headbutt the guy on the right, you headbutt the guy on the left, and there's a little warp engine like bubble that opens up. And if you jump in, it takes you right to level 4, so you skip that crazy stage.
That's awesome.
I've never been able to do it.
Honestly, I did it once, and what sucked was that third level where you're on the fucking bullshit and
Right.
everything sucks. There's more of those.
Yeah.
So it's like the
Exactly.
three levels.
Level 6 and level 9 are
So I made
repeats of
it.
that.
I think the furthest I made it was level 6 because I got to that and I said, "Fuck this game," and ended up turning off.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We'll do a retrospective some other day.
Yes.
So
Something I could talk about.
sorry, John,
That's
but
all right.
next
Go ahead.
the last thing in EA, the last thing in EA because we're going really over
mute
on
your
time.
mic.
I don't even know what
Yeah,
time.
We've
Yeah.
already
Oh,
been talking for an hour.
Oh, so that thing's probably done.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
haven't
say-
been looking
I
at
was
the
gonna say,
camera half the time anyway.
I have been looking at the
So how
camera. I
long
was
we
wondering if we had any way of knowing how long we've been running.
It's an hour. So hold on. Oh man, Rich.
Please stand by.
54 minutes.
Oh,
All right.
like 6
So-
minutes.
So
So I
let's
think
wrap up
we're
EA
gonna take a
and
break
we'll just
here.
stop for their.
I think we pretty much wrapped up EA. There's
Yeah.
not.
Crisis.
I mean,
it's Crisis.
It's Crisis.
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
Blow shit up.
You
Well, no,
just want to stop?
We'll save
So yeah,
Ubisoft for another time.
We gonna run through this?
Unless
or-
Well,
we can keep doing Ubisoft as audio.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
why
I
don't we
mean,
just,
really, nobody's gonna
what-
watch these anyway.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
we
good.
might as
Why
well
don't-
just do the audio.
Yeah, why don't we just break here?
Why? You tired, John?
No, I'm just saying, why don't we
Good
stop
tired.
and we can continue.
Pause that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we'll pause. We'll stop, and everything's good.
We're
you
gonna
know.
take a short break. We'll be right back after these commercial messages from your Saturday morning sponsor.
I paused it.
No Saturday morning sponsors.
But yeah, I mean,
Ain't no Tuesday afternoon sponsors.
We can-
Ain't no Cartoon Network midnight
Not a big
sponsors. Ain't no sponsors.
What, you only got one tape, Eric?
Yeah, dude.
We're gonna be a faggot.
How about you train?